Hi, and welcome to the School Health Educators Podcast, where we discuss health education and how to best teach health ed in the K 12 setting. Hi, and welcome to the School Health Educators Podcast. I'm your host, Lori Reichel. Today, I'm going to chat about how to get to a conference. And if you can watch this on the School Health Educators YouTube channel, I created a PowerPoint slide to go over the main points for today's episode. So let me load that on here. How to attend a conference. Well, basically, over the next 15 minutes, I'm going to go over a quick why for attending conferences, ways you can attend a conference as a future or current professional, and the secret tip. Dun, da, da, da. So, real fast, there are a variety of conferences that we can attend as school health educators. There are different national and international organizations, and then many of our U.S. states have their own state conference, and then some states even have zone conferences. So if you're in a state like New York, we have so many different zones that you can attend something that's even closer to where you work or live. In a future episode, I'll explore some of those opportunities for you in case you don't know what exists. Jumping to why attend a conference. I did not know this until I actually attended a conference. Basically, the first thing I want to point out is you're going to meet other islands. Some of us in the field sometimes feel like we're our own island in a school district. Like there's no one else that we can collaborate with, no one else that gets some of the challenges that we face, like what is updated school health education, what is skill-based, how to best teach it. And we feel lonely. That's the bottom line. So when you attend a conference, you get to meet others who feel the same exact way. You also get to connect with other passionate professionals. I will admit that sometimes I've worked with others who were like, yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing. It's been working for the past 20, 25 years, and I've never been able to do that in my career. Some people are content with that. That's fine. That's not me. I want to connect with people who can share a really great idea that I can maybe tweak, especially for skill-based health, or just to connect with people that re-energize me. Because another thing at a conference is you do network. When you attend a session, especially for health education, you're going to network with other health educators, with other islands. And then, like I said before, you typically feel re-energized. Every single time I come back from a conference, I'm like, okay, what did I learn? How can I apply it? What do I need to do to help others? It just gets me energized. So moving on to how you can attend a conference. If you are a future professional, so you're either an undergraduate or a graduate level student, first become a member before you graduate. Typically, the cost for membership is less money if you're a student, and that goes for state and typically national organizations. Another thing you can do is see if your instructors or department has funding for students to either be a member or attend a membership. So sometimes a department might have some funds put aside for professional development of a student, especially if you receive some kind of honor from the department or another achievement, or if you're presenting. A third option is you can ask a professor or an instructor to sponsor you. If they're attending a national or a state conference, you can say, I want to attend, I'm not sure what to do, and see if they actually can help sponsor you. Basically, that means they would pay for your conference fee. So there are people that do that out there. You just have to ask. For current professionals, ask in your district or school if there's any funding to be a member of an organization. Sometimes department or a school has a grant, or a whole district has a grant, and that grant money might be able to pay for a national or state membership for you, or to attend a conference. You can also ask a current member to sponsor you. So if you're working in a district and you have a colleague, it might be in the physical education department or in the health education department. If you have a colleague who's all excited about going to the conference, ask them to sponsor you. Say, do you mind for my first year, like if I can come as you being a sponsor? A third option is ask one of your leaders, so an administrator, a school principal, an athletic director, if there's funding, especially if you received an award or other achievement. In New York State, we have zone awards, so it's for elementary physical education, health education, adaptive physical education. Typically, districts will pay for your registration to attend a conference if you're actually receiving some kind of honor, or if you're presenting. Something about presenting is that when you go, you actually represent your school, your district. So sometimes there will be people that will have funds because you are maybe showing what your district is doing. I remember some years ago, it's one of my favorite things, that there was a school district that created a unit in physical education with a Harry Potter theme. So I'm dating myself here. Yet I believe that they got funded because they had such a district support that they were like, yeah, you're going to go to the conference. So I believe the one I saw was fully funded by their district. The other thing is, and this is number 4 on my list, check other funding sources. So again, grants, like I said before, but SEL required training. Sometimes school districts can get some monies because they have to have trained professionals in social and emotional learning, or some other kind of mandated training. Like in certain states, there will be things for first aid, CPR, Aaron's Law, all that kind of funding source might be able to help you get to a conference. Other tips to consider. Like I said before, you can attend zone conferences. Where I was working, there was a zone conference. I had to basically get permission to not be at work for the day. They had to have a sub. And I know sometimes we have limited numbers of days that we can have a sub, but sometimes I paid out of pocket. Sometimes we do that to attend a zone conference. So if it's closer, it's a 1-day commitment. You can also drive with a colleague, so you can save some gas money. If you're going to something that you have to overnight, like some of those state conferences, you can find a roommate if overnighting. You can ask your state organization or the national organization where people post that they're looking for roommates. Also, register early. The earlier you register, you usually get more of a discount. So it's not this a lot more money, it's less money. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to cover is the secret tip. Sometimes, if you volunteer for an organization, they pay for you to attend because you're actually volunteering at the organization. So for certain states, let's say that you're a secretary of a state health education and physical education organization. Oftentimes, that state will pay for your registration to attend, so you don't have to pay whatever that amount is. Sometimes, if it's something that's a couple of days conference, sometimes if you're on the board of directors or like you're a section president or something, sometimes they'll pay for 1 or 2 hotel nights, depending upon what they require you to do to attend meetings. So it's a secret tip. I did not know this until I actually became secretary in New York State. Again, if it's a zone conference where it's local, typically the registration itself should be covered, especially if you're doing so much setting up, taking down. And then if it's only a 1-day conference, you don't have to worry about an overnight. You just need to have permission from your school district to attend the conference. Okay, that concludes this podcast episode. So again, I went over a quick why for attending conferences. I'm about to attend a state conference and I'm getting all excited about it. I see already on the app who's going to be there, so I'm excited about that. This episode also went over ways to attend a conference, the secret tip for how you might be able to get a free registration. So consider that. We're always looking for volunteers in organizations. Um, I will be talking about a variety of organizations that exist in a future episode, so please be prepared for that. Also, please follow the School Health Educators podcast. Include giving a thumbs up if you can. I love to see those thumbs up. I know sometimes we're all busy, but a simple little thumbs up would be really grateful. I would be grateful. And thank you for all that you do for children and youth. I know that some days are not easy, some weeks are not easy, some months, but these young people really need strong, caring adults in their life, and that includes us as school health educators. So thank you, and stay well, folks.